Launched back in Cascais, Portugal in August, the America's Cup World Series is the build-up contest to America's Cup 34 in San Francisco in 2013. In Cascais, it was all new. New boats, 9 new teams and a new style of racing that was won by Emirates Team New Zealand.
And it's Emirates Team New Zealand with top honours here in Portugal.
A month later in Plymouth, England, it all kicked off as the breeze kicked in and the new AC-45 catamarans, driven by high-powered wing sails, jetted around Plymouth Sound on the edge of control and sometimes beyond.
And it is carnage out here on the bay in Plymouth.
It was stadium sailing at its very best, as the crowds on the shore were treated to the thrills and spills and some fine displays of Grand Prix racing skill. And at the end, Emirates Team New Zealand was on top of the World Series leaderboard with 2 events sailed. They say time waits for no man, and it's the same on the America's Cup World Series. The event is constantly moving forward and developing. The America's Cup circus has been shipped transatlantic to California for round 3 of the World Series. Set up in downtown San Diego, the teams are prepared over the last week with some warm-up racing for the Port Cities Challenge won by Emirates Team New Zealand. New venue, new conditions and some new technology on board the racing boats. For San Diego, an umpire light system's been introduced. The light module tells sailors, spectators and television viewers exactly what calls are being made by race control. A flashing green light shows the boats getting close to the boundary. When a helmsman pushes his on-board button to activate a protest against another team, the module flashes red. And when a boat is handed an umpire penalty, the blue police light is activated by the umpire and switched off when the stop-go penalty is complete. Over the next few days, the teams will be racing for the San Diego Match Race Championship when these AC-45s go match racing. But to get to that stage, today's format will see all 9 boats race in 3 tough fleet races to establish a 1-to-9 seeding, deciding who races who over the next few days. So let's get straight to the action. First up, an energy-sapping 40-minute fleet race. So the first fleet race about to get underway, and who can make the perfect start here in San Diego? Up to the line, and it looks as though it's a really close start. Favoured Oracle teams in the centre of picture. Emirates Team New Zealand, the current leaders in the America's Cup World Series. Artemis going well as well, Oracle and Aleph.
Yeah, it looks like we've got some premature starters there. You saw them slow down, and one of the new rules is they can take that penalty by just slowing down rather than going all the way back and starting behind the line again.
So Artemis, Aleph have been penalised. All penalties are now clear.
Yeah, you can see there's really not a lot between the first few boats. They've accelerated well. The real trick here is to get that Jenica flying as quick as possible, and then you double the sail area, double the horsepower, and the boat accelerates onto the downwind.
So the first leader, as they moved around that first mark. And if he was under pressure going into this race, it wasn't showing. He was out in front and he was determined to stay there. Keeping up their great form from Plymouth, Chris Draper and Team Korea were holding on in second place. But Dean Barker and Emirates Team New Zealand were right behind the Koreans and pushing hard. The pressure finally paid off, the New Zealanders overtaking the Koreans on the 3rd leg. After a disastrous start, Oracle Racing Spithill had plenty of work to do. They were still propping up the field. Artemis too was struggling at the back of the pack. The Koreans were slipping further down the field, dropping back to 4th after Energy Team from France took 3rd. The French in fine form with new skipper Yann Gouchard. Oracle Racing Spithill suddenly found some form and began a charge up the field, hauling themselves back to 5th. But the charge seemed over after problems with the Ginniker going into the 6th leg. It was a bad mistake. Possibly they'd pushed too hard. But back at the top of the field, Bundock and Oracle Racing Coots were storming away with the race. Well, this is the story of the day. First time in charge here for Darren Bundock, and it's all working out wonderfully. On the 7th leg of 9, and it is his race to lose. So cool, so calm, through to the gates.
The Louis Vuitton gate. The yellow boats up there, named the Louis Vuitton boats.
Let's go.
Mitch Booth watching him with admiration.
Yeah, no, I'm impressed the way they're handling the boat, and they're not taking any big risks. They're just sailing very, very clean. And, you know, they've probably extended a little bit more, I'd say, by the time New Zealand come around this mark.
Race is on there for those placings, which could be key to the seedings. But up front, it's Oracle Racing Coots with their new skipper, Darren Bundock, who have got a huge lead.
Great onboard shots. One of the things that we're adding to this America's Cup, this 34th America's Cup, is this technology and all the onboard cameras and sound that we can actually be on board with them. It's being on board right there listening to everything they say.
Around the 8th mark now, and here coming towards the finish is the leader, Oracle Racing Team Coots. A tremendous performance. It has been a supreme display from this team, wonderfully drilled, and Darren Bundock taking them through to the line, and they are the winners of the first fleet race. Superb! So there we have it, a dream start for Darren Bundock and Oracle Racing Coots. They lead the way from Emirates Team New Zealand and Energy Team from France, also showing some fine form in 3rd. But there's plenty to play for. 2 more fantastic fleet races to come, so don't go away. Welcome back to San Diego. Oracle Racing Coots took the first race, but was it a case of first time lucky? There's 2 more fleet races to come, and those results will finally determine a seeding order on who's going to race who over the next few days. So there's plenty at stake. Let's get right back to the action. We come now towards the start of the 2nd fleet race of the day. Who's going to get the perfect start? In the first race, it was Oracle Racing Coots with Darren Bundock. They move up now, no penalty this time, and it looks as though Chris Draper and Team Korea has made a fine start on this near side, but also going well, the Energy Team once more. Korea, Energy and Emirates Team New Zealand. Looks as though those are the early leaders.
Yeah, it was interesting there that everyone held back. There was nobody even close to the line.
So to the first mark, and who's going to have the advantage? Around they go, and it's Team Korea.
Korea was holding everybody up on that line. I don't know if you saw that, guys, but the whole bunch of boats had to slow down for them, and when they wanted to go, they took off and went over the top of everybody below them.
Emirates Team New Zealand in 2nd. 3rd place was Team Energy. Artemis in 4th place. They move down towards the gate. At the back of the field this time, Oracle Racing Coots, as Team Korea cut it fine and go round in the lead.
Korea is just doing a great job. They did so well in Plymouth and match racing. Now they're showing their strength in the fleet racing.
2nd place, Emirates Team New Zealand. Artemis coming round in 3rd, then Energy going well once more.
Artemis going to the left looks really good right now.
But in front, it is this team, Team Korea. The White Tiger Challenge.
Good, we do it then. Small duck at the moment, okay?
Small duck, they're going to go behind him.
I'm okay on the trim.
Artemis is going behind Emirates Team New Zealand right here. Beautiful onboard cameras.
Well, this is close. The first of these fleet races was something of a procession, but you see there nothing really between four teams as they move down in this third leg. Artemis from Energy. New Zealand with momentum coming through, but Artemis in front. Team New Zealand having to come wide round Energy as Korea elect to go the other way.
Yeah, it's interesting. They didn't really have an option to tack and follow the others around there. So be interesting to see if that shore side there is going to pay off for Korea.
Well, now the race is on. Well, here is Team Korea.
You got him here, don't you?
Emirates Team New Zealand across in front of them.
That was a brave move. New Zealand did not have rights there, and they're going downwind at 20 knots. You know, 90 degrees different in angle, and they crossed just by a metre. So pretty risky move. They could have been penalised if they were a metre further back.
But they're closing in now on the leaders, Artemis. And Artemis look as though they are away, and barring something completely unforeseen, it looks as though they've got it right.
Here we go, driving.
Through the fifth gate, onto the penultimate leg. And Artemis are away with New Zealand in pursuit.
Right, the shape, heavy to deploy when you're ready. Heavy to deploy.
The Emirates team round the mark. New Zealand and Korea. New Zealand under pressure.
They're saying it looks quite tight to me, Terry.
And Korea's going to sail a shorter distance if they can get straight down to that mark, and that could close the gap right up.
This is the final mark. This is Team Korea in second place. We think just ahead of Emirates Team New Zealand. Artemis at the gate.
This is going to be an upset if Korea's past Emirates Team New Zealand.
Can Korea come past New Zealand to claim an unexpected second place? And it looks as though it's very much on.
Wow, this is amazing to see them actually pass the Giants.
Well, just when I say at the top of the course, it's all spread out and pretty relaxed on the last run.
Artemis coming up towards the line. New Zealand around the final mark, and they're ahead of Emirates, behind rather, Team Korea. Artemis coming up towards the line. They're going to be the winners of the second fleet race as Terry Hutchinson turns it right around. The crowd watching admiringly. And hats off to Team Korea and Chris Draper getting it right on that penultimate leg and coming through and taking second place. What a performance from them, and what a boost for the sport in Korea. And in third place, Dean Barker and Emirates Team New Zealand. Let's have a quick look at the leaderboard as they stand after two races. New Zealand at the top, Korea second, Artemis third, and Energy from France currently in fourth position, right in the mix. Both Oracle teams in fifth and sixth, and they don't like that one bit. But it's all very, very tight, and it could all change in the final fleet race. This last race should be a cracker. So here we come for the third and final race. Up towards the line. Have they got it right? It's going to be tight. And away they go.
It looks like some boats might have been over early. In fact, Oracle Racing 4 is over early. That's Spithill's boat.
We said that James Spithill was under pressure, and they have been slowed. Greencom in front as they move towards the first mark.
Yeah, it was interesting there because New Zealand and Oracle were messing around with each other and they blocked each other right at the start. It gave room for Greencom to put their bow in and accelerate right at the right moment. Started up above everyone.
Energy through in second.
Greencom has a great lead right now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if they can hold on to it. In fact, you can see Energy's already rolled over the top of them.
Energy lead the way. They've taken over from Greencom by a narrow margin, only some 30 metres. Artemis back in third, then the two Oracle teams, Spithill and Coots, fourth and fifth.
It's all about wind speed and angles. The wind never stays the same in direction or speed. It can stay steady for a little bit, but it comes in waves. And so if you have a shift or a lift is favorable.
Well, let's see if it's worked in their favour, and certainly they've closed right up now. Greencom closing in around this mark, right on the heels now of the leaders, Energy, and Greencom with the speed. Got it right.
Yeah, they did a good job there, although they're just a bit slow getting that Jenica out. You can see Energy, how quick they accelerate away. And Artemis coming around, they've done a beautiful unfurl, so they won't lose any ground there.
Artemis in third. Energy still lead from Greencom. Then comes Oracle Racing Spithill, Artemis. The second Oracle team in fifth place. New Zealand in sixth, then it's Team Korea. Real battle going on between those two. Aleph eighth, and bringing up the field, China team. The two Oracle teams have hauled their way back into it. James Spithill has moved up into third place, behind Energy and Greencom. The race is on up front, and Oracle Racing Spithill is coming past Greencom. Energy still in the lead, but the momentum and the speed is with the Oracle boat.
Yeah, you can see looking at the live line there, you can see the boats converging here, which means that Oracle's on the wind, giving dirty wind.
Energy in front, the French team.
Okay, drive in 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, drive.
They turn around the final mark. The defending America's Cup champion, Oracle Racing James Spithill, is in second place, but he's having to take second best in this final race of the afternoon, final fleet race of the afternoon. And what a performance from the French team, from the Energy team, from their new skipper, Yann Gouchard. They come through and they win. Energy first, Oracle Racing Spithill, ahead of Greencom Racing, who've had a terrific performance of their own, but the big guns coming through in second place. Third place, it's Vasily Zbogar and his Greencom Racing team. Good performance from him. He takes third. So let's have a look at the all-important leaderboard and the day's final standings. It's Yann Gouchard and Energy team from France who've thrown the form book out of the window. They're the top seeds going into the semi-finals. It's Dean Barker and Emirates Team New Zealand always in the mix. They're the second seeds. Oracle Racing Spithill, despite James's trials and tribulations, are placed as third seeds. And here's the pecking order. The rest have to shoot it out for the remaining semi-final place. Artemis and Korea have had a decent day in fourth and fifth. Darren Bundock will be disappointed to be in sixth place after winning the first race, and Greencom move up the leaderboard after a great performance in that final race. But the day's action still wasn't over. It's the AC500 speed trial. These supercats racing along 500 metres of open water. It's simply a case of which boat does the fastest time.
It's interesting, these guys have gone for a Code Zero rather than their Jenica, and it's a smaller sail, which they're allowed to put on for the speed trial. In fact, they can carry it on the in the strong breeze on a fleet race as well if they want. But because it's a slightly tighter angle, that sail's a little more efficient. It's a little less horsepower, but it's quite a fast sail. So
Team New Zealand effectively racing blind, setting the speed and the mark which the others will have to respond to as they move past the halfway stage. Speed gathering. Moving down towards the line in front of the piers here in San Diego Harbour. Here we come, up towards the finishing line. And Emirates Team New Zealand first across. And they go over in 45.78.
yeah, it's interesting they've elected to put the Code Zero sail on. I don't know if anyone else has made that change since the fleet race, but yeah, it looks like Oracle's got one on as well, and away they go.
Here's Oracle Race Spithill, first to attempt to respond to the mark laid down by Emirates Team New Zealand. 45.78, the team to beat.
Interesting seeing their jib not necessarily working, Mitch.
Yeah, the jib actually sits between the slot, what we call the slot between the Code Zero or the Jenica and the wing, and it actually is a little bit of a drag there. You don't really need it that much. It'd be interesting to see if somebody pulls the jib off. That could even be faster on this angle of sailing.
Moving down now towards the finish line. All eyes on the clock. 45.78 to beat. It's going to be close. Coming up now, and they're outside it. Well outside it. Oracle Race Spithill behind Team New Zealand. So it was Team New Zealand who blew the rest of the field away with their blistering first run in the AC 500 speed trial. But the day really belongs to Yann Gouchard and the Energy team from France. They're the top seeds going into the semi-finals. But the question is, who's going to join them? Tomorrow it's match racing, a shootout between the 6 remaining teams for the one place still up for grabs in the semi-finals. Be sure to join us again soon.